Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I had said while I was in Florida that I was concentrating on floss tube videos and cross-stitching, and that kind of got my mind going on the cross-stitch things that I had worked on in the past, and you know, digging out some of my things. So I guess this is a bit of a confession, because I am an addict. I am a craft addict. I have way too many things. I have way too many interests. There's no way I can possibly do all this in one lifetime. And since that's all you get, I think I'm in trouble. So anyway, I just dug out some of the books, and this is only some, because I have books in bins in my garage. I've got books on bookshelves. I have books everywhere. And this right now is just my cross-stitch and embroidery. Oh, excuse me 1 minute. My dog wants to get out of my room. There you go, Wally. Bye-bye. So anyway, I'm just going to show you some of my books. And I suppose first maybe I'll show you where I am with my Some Bunny cross stitch. This is the pattern I'm doing, and it says it has 3 DMC specialty threads, which of course I've had to order because I did not have them. But this is out of Christmas cross stitch favorites. Sorry for the glare. This is the one that I'm working on, and then I plan to swap with my daughter, my oldest daughter, who lives in Arizona. So this one I most likely have to finish. I don't think I have a picture of where I was with this. I've gotten quite a bit done, but I will admit that I did not work on it while I was in Florida with my dad. I found that I just couldn't focus on it. My dad has dementia, and I couldn't focus on anything else. You will notice that I have it in Q-snaps, though, as opposed to the hoop that I had it in, because I was watching floss tube videos and I saw Q-snaps, and of course, hey, and it does work better than a hoop, but I had to have one set. So anyway, I'm going to move on and show you some of my books. And this book that's front and center is Fantasy Cross Stitch, and it has zodiac signs, mythical beasts, and magical creatures or characters. And I won't open it up, but that's on the back of the book. And it's got some amazing designs in it. Maybe I'm a book addict. I don't know. We'll see. And then, of course, I have cats. And I love this book too. It's got some amazing pictures in it. It's got everything from tigers to house cats, and it's fabulous. And then I have cross stitch animal collection, and this has some really spectacular designs in it too. I'm not spending a lot of time on them because I have a lot. And there I have cross stitch seasons, which is a great book too. They're all great, and I love that house on the back. It's beautiful. And then I have Holidays in Cross Stitch, which you can see is from 1988. Yes, I'm old. And here's Cross Stitch Christmas, which is beautiful. It has some gorgeous cross stitch designs, and there are some of the things from the back. And I will admit that when I was doing cross stitch kind of on its own, it was back in the late 80s, early 90s. It was a little earlier than that too, because I also did some needlepoint and cross stitch in high school. And that was back in the 70s. There's Country Garden cross stitches, which is beautiful, and you can see that's full coverage. And then I have another country cross stitch, and you see the country bunny. She's pretty spectacular, and there she is worked up on a pillow, I think, or something. And then here is Country Cross Stitch Designs, and it is pretty much country, and it says it's 1990, an American sampler. So yeah. And then I have, oh no, we're not done. I've got Quick and Easy Cross Stitch Gifts, which are a bunch of little patterns, which are fun. And then here we have 555 fabulous cross stitch patterns, and it has things kind of like the stitch-alongs are today. It takes small patterns and it mashes them into an overall sampler design, which is fun. And here's America's Best Cross Stitch. And here I have Stitching Pretty. I like this one a lot. This book has some very pretty designs in it. But no, we are not done. Because then I also have my embroidery books, which this is the Reader's Digest complete book of embroidery. It includes crewel work, gold work, ribbon embroidery, and embellishments. And it is beautiful. And then I have one called Beautiful Bargello, and this is more like a needlepoint type of craft, because it makes like tapestry, Bargello tapestry. And then I have the Timeless Art of Embroidery. And this one I love. This is the Art, Embroidery, and Embroidery of Jane Hall. And these are reflections of nature. And if you, let me see if I can find a page to show you, because I don't think, hers aren't really patterns. It just shows how she uses nature and comes up with some really spectacular embroideries. I can find, like, there's some of her embroidery there, and it's beautiful. I mean, she just takes nature and transcribes it onto fabric with a needle and thread. I mean, look at that butterfly. That's just beautiful. I love this book. And then this is Creative Crewel Embroidery. And I can show you, let me just move some of my books around. I can show you all of my, I've got some of my stuff over here that I haven't finished. Now, as far as crewel embroidery goes, I did do a piece, and it's kind of Jacobean, where I did this design, and I kind of put it together with different motifs, and I had a lot of fun doing this one. But this again is from probably back in the 80s, and it's but this book has some fabulous things in it too. And then this is the Open Canvas. It's an instructional encyclopedia of open work techniques, and it goes from pulled canvas, needle weaving, hem stitching, filet, hardanger, and reticello, and hadibo. But this is a really good book for showing how to do some of these specialty stitches that are in so many patterns today. So yeah, that's really a good book. I'm going to reach across and pull up my needlepoint. This is Floral Needlepoint. That's Better Homes and Gardens. I don't know what the date is on this one. Let's see. The copyright is 1990, so yeah. And then I have Fruits of the Earth, Flowers and Fruit in Needlepoint. And this has some really lovely designs in it too, like for the cushions and chairs, seat backs. I mean, this is when you're really getting into things, and that's I think a eyeglass case. And just as a quick glance, that's a chart. So that's definitely full coverage embroidered, and that's needlepoint. And then here's Glorious needlepoint, which is a Cafe Facet. Can never say his name right, but he has some amazing work, and he works in a lot of color. So this book is just fabulous to look at. It does have some patterns in it, some charts rather, but it's mostly just a display of his work, and then it shows how some of it's hand-drawn that he works on. So those are my main pattern books, and I know I have more other places, like I said, in my house. And then I also have these types of books, which the Portable Crafter, about ribbon work, and who would have a whole library without the Complete Encyclopedia of Stitchery. And this is everything, including crochet, embroidering, knitting, macrame, rug making, sewing, tatting. And yes, I do have tatting books too. I have books on everything. Push that out of the way a little bit. Pull these up. Now here are Judith Baker Montano. I love her. This is her book on floral stitches. And here's her conversions, and it shows how to do stitches. And then there's alphabets. So that's a really good book. And here's Elegant Stitches, which I think this is my second copy, because the first copy I had I actually took to New Orleans when my son was in the Junior Olympics and got caught in a rainstorm and destroyed my first book. But this is really good too. Well, this might be the book that got caught in the storm, because I see the water damage in it. But I love this book too. And then I also have her, this is the same, Judith Baker Montano's, and it's Embroidery and Crazy Quilt. And I love Crazy Quilt. I have tons of books on quilting too, but the only quilting I've ever really tried is Crazy Quilting. But this is a book that just shows the different stitches, and it's cool because it has a base, so that if you want to, say, sit and work on a stitch, you can open it up to the stitch, and it has a base that the book actually sits up. Very cool. And then I have Ribbon Work, The Complete Guide, Techniques for Making Ribbon Flowers and Trimmings by Helen Gibb. And she's got some fabulous ribbon flowers that it goes into detail about how to make. It's just fabulous. Oop, found a little star in my book. I have several pieces that I'm still working on, that I've been working on for years, and I've been digging out. Of course, the ones that I would really like to finish, because I have a set of 3 gardens that I've got 2 completed and framed that I'm not going to show today, and I have one that is still like only a third done, but I can't find it, and that just drives me a little bit crazy. I do have 3 things here. I've got an alphabet that I got this far, and I do have a magazine that it was in that is classic cross stitch, and it's from 1988, and there is the alphabet finished in a frame, and this is as far as I've gotten. I just need to finish the frame and then try to clean it, because it's been hanging around a while. This one, I did the whole border and the words, but I still didn't finish the teddy bear or the things on the other side of it, and I can't find the pattern for that one. And then this one has been hanging around a very long time, and it's a child saying his prayers at night, and it's a Christmas one, and I can't find the pattern for this one either. And then I did do a horse head for my daughter that's framed. I've done several cross stitches that I don't have anymore that I've given away. And then this is a cat that I started, and I can't find the pattern for that one either. And it's not either of the animal books that I showed earlier. Now, as far as it goes, I can show you that this was back in 2011, Beetles and Stump Work. It was an online class that was held at joggles.com, and it was how to make beetles in stump work. And I do have a stump work book, but yeah. And I've got the fabric, and I've got a couple of hoops, and I have some embroidery floss, and I bought all kinds of needles and beads, and here's some of the cotton to do the beetles in. So I have it all kitted. 2011. I just haven't done it. So anyway, that, and then I have boxes of flosses and threads and all kinds of things. You can see the reflection of my ceiling fan because it's very warm here today. And I'm trying to do this upstairs in my room because it's quieter right now. I hope you've enjoyed this glimpse into one of my addictions. I look around and I know I've got to start giving things away because there's no way I can do them all. But anyway, thank you for being with me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for seeing all of my things. If there's anything that you're interested in that you might like to see me go a little more into depth with, please leave a comment, and I will try to do a video and show you some of the details. Until then, I hope that you have a very colorful day, and thank you for spending your time with me. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I hope that you'll subscribe, because I have many addictions as far as crafting goes, and I hope to share a few more of them with you. So have a great day. Be colorful. Thanks for joining me.